Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. This is with Starkidignited. This is going to be a reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This also can be for anyone who's cross-watching, which just means that you have an Aquarius in your life whose energy you'd like to check up on. As I said in previous readings, just remember that we can't always check up on someone else's energy. It's up to their guides what they allow through. Okay Aquarius, so let's get into it. As I was picking up on your energy, now we have just had a new moon in Aquarius. These readings are timeless, so that doesn't really matter, but there is something new beginning here. I wrote down some notes. So I got a kind of like frazzled feeling where you feel very worried about loved ones, needing time out to yourself, stressed over trying to help. You may have your finances may also have been feeling restricted lately. I did get a message because I wanted to say like, oh, can I say this is ending? And Spirit said no, because it's teaching you something. So it really just depends when you learn a lesson. But the current lesson is just about leakage. So where we're giving too much of our time and energy out to people, and kind of like not having enough energy for ourselves or what we really want to achieve, and then that can trickle down into the physical reality, so finances, things like that, because we just don't have the same energy that we need to achieve all the things. So please make sure that you're taking time out for yourself. It's your birthday season, so happy birthday if you're in Aquarius, happy new solar year if you're in Aquarius rising. And just be aware that if it is before your birthday when you're seeing this reading, that you may still be needing some time out, especially because your solar year hasn't finished for you then. Okay, so let's just get started, shall we? So can we please just get one card for Aquarius's current energies? Okay, so we've got the Nine of Swords. So you do look like you're a bit, you know, stuck up late at night worrying. You have a lot of mental chatter going on. What is the current challenge? Okay, yeah. And it's because you're feeling really burdened. So you're needing to kind of come to an end of a cycle here. So we have the Nine of Wands. So you can see he's up late, he's stressed out, and he's worried because he's got all these burdens. He feels like he's working for someone that's not himself. You know, like the work he's doing, he's not even really appreciated, so you may be feeling that way. And you may be currently challenged to drop something, to let something end, as we have a 10 here. And same with the Nine of Swords, like we'd much rather drop it at a 9 than get to the 10 of Swords. Okay, so the past energy that we have is the King of Swords. So it looks like in the past you've had to be really ruthless, or there's been kind of an energy where you're sticking up for yourself now more in your, whether you're male or female, masculine energy of your of the air suit, sorry. So what that means is really like commanding your intellect, your intelligence, your ability to see the bigger picture, understand social dynamics. And that's what's probably led to this, is like feeling like a king, feeling like someone who knows what they're doing, and realizing that potentially what you're doing in the physical world isn't matching up with that. So let's see, what is the next step for Aquarius? Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. And on this side, it represents that, you know, he's like, he really wants to go on this like beautiful quest, and it's like something he's really passionate about. But what it also shows is that like, one, there's kind of like, there's a sacredness to what you're wanting, like to really offer something up of the heart, of something that you truly feel. But the warning in this card is to is to, I guess, just be aware that you are just starting out with whatever you're doing, and to be patient with yourself as you're, you know, needing to be a beginner a little bit in this passion that you're going after. So what's Aquarius conscious? Okay, we have the Strength card. So it looks like you have been really needing to draw on your inner strength to, yeah, like organize your day-to-day. Really needing to dig deep inside yourself and find that inner strength to get through the current situation. And you are working for something that's going to make you feel happier. Let's see what the Spirit, what is that? And in the subconscious, it looks like, okay. So it does look like you're wanting new love or something to really like be passionate about in your life, like some kind of like beauty, or like something that you're just so awestruck by that it kind of gives you, like this knight is looking at this statue of love and getting like new inspiration for his quest. So in your subconscious, it looks like that's what you're really craving, and like really craving like celebration, community, like-minded people around you, people that you can share this like heartfelt journey with, that are going to get you and like understand on an emotional level where you're coming from, Aquarius. Yeah, so it just looks like you've had to be really strong, but you know, you're craving some intimacy and like connection as well in your subconscious. And that's what's like also really driving this, is like potentially what you've been doing in the past has led you to need to cut off a lot of these people. Like you've realized that they're not your people, that don't resonate with you, or they just don't see things the way that you see them, Aquarius. You're a very forward-thinking sign, ruled by Uranus, very eclectic, and yeah, it looks like for whatever reason, in the past you've had to really like own your own true thoughts and be, it's like a Saturn energy. It's like, and be more disciplined with them. There we go. And so that's just led to potentially having to be really firm and create a lot of boundaries around yourself with people. And I think, yeah, in your deep down subconscious, it's like you're really craving those connections. So, Spirit, what's the higher self advice for Aquarius at this time? Okay, so we have the Tower. So it looks like we just, the highest, is there any other spiritual higher self advice at this time? Okay. And we have the Two of Cups. Now, it did come out in reverse, so let me just... Okay. It feels like a completion. So what I believe with the Tower and the Two of Cups in reverse, showing a completion at the advice from your higher self, it looks like this is a big moment in your life that needs to crumble away. There are things that you were building on that actually weren't serving your highest good. Oh. Yeah, and you really want to work on this thing that you've, this new passion project that you really care about. With the Two of Cups in reverse showing up as a completion, I see that as a very big soulmate energy with yourself. Like, you've really gotten to know yourself. You've really, you know, spent the time asking yourself questions, getting to know, like, what you think, how you see the world, maybe even looking at your own perceptions. And that's why this Tower needs to come, because there aren't, yeah, the people that are around you aren't, or the jobs or circumstances or whatever it may be, in this reading seems to be that, like, they're just not resonating with your soulmate, like, connection with your higher self and, like, what your higher self wants for you. Because you want the Ten of Pentacles, you're creating generational wealth. Like, you are someone that is so driven to be able to help others, to be able to, you know, become, yeah. But yeah, sorry about that, Aquarius. I think we got cut out there. So as I was saying, yeah, it looks like with this tower, it's just like whatever needs to crumble down at the moment is crumbling. That's your higher self's advice. I can see it. And it's just rewarding you for this completion of getting so close to your own soul. And then as I was saying that, we have the Queen of Wands popping out. So in this tarot, this is her inner self or outer self. I don't know. But essentially it's saying that, you know, like her true passion is like, she's so deeply rooted and complex. We can see her admiring and pondering the mysteries of this Sphinx. So that could relate to you and be something that like has come up in this soulmate journey of yours with yourself, because I can see that you're just ready to go out on this quest now. You don't care what, you know, like about the harshness of the environment. You're just ready to go forward and leave whatever wasn't for you behind and get back to your connection with the universe, with the infinite. So I think that's beautiful. But I'm sure this has actually been really intense energy. So I'm here with you if it has been. Aquarius was on the eastern horizon when I was born, so I definitely can relate with this. And yeah, I think it's incredible when you have the confidence and the courage to follow your soul. So well done. Now, what are the outside influences, Spirit, that Aquarius can't control at this time? What are the outside influences? So what are the outside influences for Aquarius at this time? So what are the outside influences going on in Aquarius? Please get one card. Okay, cool. Awesome. So it looks like there is like something new in the physical that's been offered. Like you want to, oh, well, it's outside of your control. So there's a need for a beginner's mindset and to be open to learning and to be in the novice of this thing in the practical. And that's something out of your control. So I guess it's, yeah, potentially learning from the start again, or like you still have all the skills that you picked up from becoming this like King of Swords in the past. So you can apply that here with this energy of really needing to, yeah, start something out again and to learn from potentially your like values, your, because it's, yeah, when we see earth energy, I think Taurus energy with the page, also Virgo or Capricorn. So it may be as well like needing to get better at your, yeah, at your like you're very passionate at this time, but needing to improve on your routines, improve on your business strategy. Yeah, like stay with this passion, but yeah, be aware that you are, yeah, at one of those phases where you're just beginning again. Okay, so let's see what we have. So for hopes and fears, we have the Chariot, and he's kind of like in this side, the two Sphinxes are, so it's like his light and dark forces are needing to be, balanced so that the chariot moves. They need to be in harmony with each other. On this side, it's almost like he's leaping into the cosmos. Like he is guided by his own destiny, this constellation up here. He, and in your hopes and fears, I can see that you hope to go as far as you can go. Maybe your fear is that you'll fall off the deep end and you won't be caught, but your hope is that the universe will catch you and that you're being divinely guided. And I think that you're doing everything in your power at the moment, if you're following this advice, to align with that. And now we have the back of the Emperor. So it is really using all your like alchemical forces, I suppose, to create this outcome for yourself. You've learned a lot in your journey here, and you're needing to have like a plan A, B, C, and D. It's not about putting all your eggs in one basket. The Emperor is like the daddy, where it's like, you know, that like proper authoritarian who has a plan no matter what goes wrong. So that is also something I believe that your spirit's guiding you and encouraging you to apply for yourself, so that you can get that hope that you have of just like flying into this dream and just becoming a part of it. Okay, Spirit, and what is the outcome card for the spread for Aquarius at this time? What is the outcome? Spirit, what's the outcome? Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Swords. So it looks like you're going to be in a position to really give to others and help others. The Four of Swords in this is like he's taken the time to rest, and his castle is actually far enough away from the kingdom that this fire and things aren't affecting him. And he's able to like kind of rest. And I believe it's kind of a message of like trying to warn people, but then like kind of them doing their own thing and needing to look after yourself. And then, yeah, people will be able to find you, and, you know, you are able to help when you stick to your guns and you're protected and safe with your own guidance. But you cannot help someone or give to them. You know, like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So I think it's one of those outcomes as well where you're being divinely guided forward, and you do want to be this person that people can rely on and that you can give from this place. But there also seems to be a little bit of a, yeah, potentially just like a solemn feeling of like needing to rest and recuperate the mental energies, and potentially having tried to help, you know, help others. But just remember that, you know, you can only help someone if they're wanting to help themselves. Okay, Spirit. What cards do we have next for Aquarius? So I didn't really pick up on too many other energies in your spread, but we can ask. So, Spirit, is there any energies? Okay. So we have Leo and Aquarius, the extroverted introverts, where you'll find them hosting a fundraising festival, and what you'll remember, they're a force to be reckoned with. So I think this is your energy at the moment, Aquarius. You're really harnessing your power. You're being willing to step out and, you know, kind of say more of how you feel. And it's interesting because we have this Strength card, which is the card of Leo, in your like conscious, what you're thinking about doing, you know, what you're consciously thinking about right now. And so it looks like you really are trying to own your creative abilities, own your, yeah, and you got Capricorn. So like you are making a foundation with these creative abilities. You are, you know, cardinal earth, it's handled. So yeah, I think that's awesome. Just really try to focus on what you can control and what you can help. Try not to get sucked too much into other people's energies at this time, or a feeling of defeat. Okay, so we'll get you some healing guidance cards. And also I was drawn to pull you guys a magic card. Now, whatever symbol is on this, you can actually use by drawing it yourself to instill that power. So, Spirit, what symbols does Aquarius Collective's higher self light together? What symbols would that collective light together? From all their angels, guides, higher frequency beings of love, light, and creation. What? Okay. I did see one pop. Oh, so we have dragonfly. You bring light to this world. Sorry, that is not focusing well. But you can draw this symbol, especially like potentially if you're feeling just held down by the world or burdened. Just remember what an incredible light you are. Maybe you want to draw a dragonfly or draw that symbol. Just see. More flipped. Was there any other card that you would like to bless Aquarius with for their birthday and for their month ahead, for any time that they get this reading? Ooh, and we have love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. I do not know if that's going to happen. Yeah, okay. So you might want to draw this symbol. It looks like it's an I and a G. So potentially you could be trying to really call in someone that's authentic. Again, like we said, like you've really become your own soulmate. It looks like, in your higher self's giving you a pat on the back for that, and you can only expect more love and abundance and that same energy to flow into you the more that you hold this energy. And the Page of Cups can speak of a new relationship. So we do like the beginning of a love story kind of thing, and we have that in the next step. So that could be something that's also tied to this passion. Maybe as you get out there and you're really trying to connect with the universe more and follow your intuition, that love charm might happen. And then we also had Time to Shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Beautiful. So we've got that one as well. And finally, Sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So I don't know, it might be some kind of a creative endeavor, whether it's like art, creating an app, a book, you know, something spiritual. It could be anything. Aquarius's brains are so vast and their interests are so detailed but everywhere that, yeah, whatever you're doing, it looks like it's your time to shine. So I'm really proud of you for that. Enjoy it. Now I will get a card of healing, so from both my crystal oracles, and I will read this from the book for you guys, and then we'll wrap up the reading. So if this did resonate, please do consider donating, or like, share, and subscribe. I will be starting a extended readings site next month. I'm going to do that on OnlyFans. So I am in Australia, so we only have a few options for subscription services. So I've decided to do it there. No nudity, just a spiritual community. But yeah, so it's, and that way as well, the readings you get to keep for life. So even if my channel got cancelled or you unsubscribed, you get the readings that you pay for in your account forever. So that's awesome. Okay, so Spirit, what card does Aquarius most need to hear from today that will bring messages of deep soul healing, support, love, and guidance? Aquarius, if there is something that is on your heart, please focus on that now while I draw the card, and use your own intuition to see how this might apply to your story. Can you please get one card, Aquarius, of healing, of deep soul healing, light, love, and support? Spirit, what card do you have for Aquarius for deep soul healing? Okay. So we get Moonstone. such a beautiful light being that is depicted on these cards. So I'm going to read this out of the book for you. These are long ones, but he is incredible. This guy, Justin Mokia Asar, with the Liquid Crystal Oracle. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely check it out. He includes symbols for what Atlantean city that this card will correspond to. So if you're into that kind of research, they're really awesome for that as well. Okay, so let me find Moonstone. So we have Moonstone, the mother goddess. A wise mother of the earth I am. Take my hand and let me guide you. Invite me to walk within, beside and around you. I only go where I am called. Open to the joy of emotion, I will teach you the pure language of the feminine spirit. Let my flowing lunar embrace fill you and initiate the path of compassion, nurture, and motherhood. In the deepest, darkest forest of your emotional being, I am the light in the clearing. I hold the key to completion on the feminine path of ascension. Together, let us carry the light of your soul into the emotional body, leaving harmony and balance where once was turmoil and pain. The goddess exists in all that I touch, inducing the love of feeling where once stood fear. Together, again, we will walk by the light of the moon, through the clouds of your completion into oneness. Reaching up, we will touch, balance, and absolve the sun. So this is an ancient and traditional stone from Atlantis for the goddess and one of the ruling stones of the female path of ascension. So if you're female, or if you've been connecting with your feminine energy to try to empower it, then this was definitely for you. Most likely it is a milky white stone. Yes, okay. Let me have a look. Okay, so one of the most potent representations of feminine energy in the earth, Moonstone teaches the path of the goddess through the emotional body. So getting in touch with our emotions, and we did have that actually with the Page of Cups as well. So it's all about emotions. Yeah, something of the heart. So really getting into a heart space. She soothes and heals the emotions by bringing them under the soul's control. This delivers an understanding of the cyclical nature of all things, which activates non-attachment and freedom of expression. When the emotions have been repressed, ignored, or simply drowned in masculine energy, Moonstone will work her magic, bringing release and eventual control of the emotional self. She's a very magical stone, worked with in magical practice as a representation of the goddess energies and the taking control of the emotional aspect. Her masculine opposite garnet, and her masculine opposite is garnet, and the two are worn on the middle finger of both hands to facilitate manifestation. Moonstone can also be worked with to speak to the oceans, where it translates the voice of the moon, which we know as the tides, into messages that are best heard at the point of change, the space of stillness. It can also be used in pregnancy, childbirth, lactation, fertility, hormonal imbalance, and PMS. It may also be useful in sleepwalking if you've been having that. So it does look like there's been a need for the feminine energy to be honored a little bit. A lot of the planets right now are in masculine signs. We have a lot of Aquarius, Aries energy going on, not a lot of feminine. So we may need to, really have some extra assistance in bringing up our feminine energies and emotions. You're more powerful when you can feel your emotions, be vulnerable with them, but also know when they've served their purpose and then they need to be released as well. And that, I think, is a part of keeping them under our control so that we are still tapped into them, we get to feel them, but they don't get to run wild and go out of control. So let me go on. So the goddess is at your door. It is time to open your heart and feel. Moonstone comes to us when it is time to feel and truthfully open the door to our emotional self. Many of us believe we already do this, but living in a constant emotional state is not true feeling, as it holds no mastery, discipline, or understanding. Moonstone asks you to sit and feel, just sit. Don't label, think, act or react, just feel. By doing this, one gains the ability to experience the cyclical nature of our world. Just as things arise, so they fall away, and we are able to surrender and be happy without attachment. This is the path of the goddess, and only those that embrace it may wear the lunar crest. Remember, a feeling is only a feeling while it is felt and experienced. Once it is recognized by the mind, it is a thought. Spend some time around the ocean if possible in the coming days. Call and ask the Lady of the Lake to be by your side. See her rise up and stand with you. She is always waiting and will help you at this time in your life. Aww. That's awesome. So yeah, it looks like there is a real need for emotional healing. We can see that in the subconscious as well. Like a new emotional start, wanting something to open your heart to again. And often this does come after a big time of healing. And we can see that with like needing to walk away and being so adamant on this new quest. So yeah, just make sure you are getting the support that you need, that you're going within. Something that's been helping me lately when I think sometimes we can be overly emotional and like want to cry at everything. I don't really get that from Aquarius energy. I think you guys will be the opposite, where it's like maybe so used to justifying other people's actions and putting yourself last that maybe you're a little bit out of touch with your emotions, and so needing to welcome them forward, invite them. It can be difficult, like sometimes watching an old movie, or like as in something that is old to you, so something that you recognize, or even just a kid's movie or something that's inspiring or heartfelt or just hits real deep, can sometimes help bring up some of the emotions that we've been repressing for so long, but that are dying to be felt. Because as it said as well, I think it's really encouraging in this time not to intellectualize your emotions, but to just let them be, not to judge them, and just let them move through slowly and know that they're temporary and it will pass. Okay, Aquarius, so we'll get you a final card now. So angels, so angels of love, light and healing. Can we please get a final message card for Aquarius from their higher self of what they most need to know to sum up this reading? Okay. Now we get two cards. We get innocence and grounding. They're so beautiful. But they did come out in the reverse. So there's a potential challenge. Yeah. You may have felt like lately your innocence is being challenged. You're really being made to grow up. Or to become the master of your own life, to become the authority of your own life. And it may feel like your innocence is a bit blocked, or like you've seen too much at this time. And potentially that's making you shut down your emotions as well. I can see that grounding is also being challenged when it comes out in the reverse. So the remedy to this may be just to get your feet on the ground, to really soak up the earth's energy, and just like allow yourself to feel as much as you can, because the more that we can get like that energy moving again and flowing, the more that we can unblock all our chakras, and it will help you to manifest. It will help you to let your light out through all the stuff, you know, all the trauma, all the crap. We let our light out, and it helps us bring in and attract what we actually want. So please make sure that you are grounding at this time. Oh, sorry, the two stones that you got are blue lace agate and smoky quartz. So you may also want some blue lace agate or smoky quartz to assist in this at this time. I will read from the book now. Let me just find this for you. And this is from the Crystal Ally cards by Natal Chart. Blue lace agate. Yes. Okay, so I'll read these two and then we'll end it up. So thank you so much, Aquarius, if you're still here with me. So smoky quartzes come to remind you gently to reconnect with the earth organism within which you live and of which you are a vital part. You have chosen the earth as your home for this lifetime, and though you long to return to the other less physical states of being, remember that you have significant work to do here before you can go back to those higher realms of energy. Yeah, and we talked about that with the wanting to just charge forth on your quest, really wanting to deeply investigate and ponder the wonders of the world and potentially other realms, which is very Aquarius. But yeah, just remember to anchor in all that beauty, all that light, because we can create so many of those wonderful things here when we find the right people, when we focus our intention and we let love be the guidance system, not fear, not anger, not, you know, dismay at how the world is, more just saying like, okay, I love this so much, and if I love it, I want it here with me, and how can I create it? How can I bring more of this in? It is extremely difficult to act consciously in the earth plane when your head is in the clouds. Unless you bring your energy and consciousness down here and share it with the earth, your energy will become stagnant and your chakras will become blocked. You will be unable to fulfill the purpose that you took upon yourself when you incarnated into the physical realm. To fully manifest your highest potential, you will need to learn to cultivate your grounding cord and become a conscious participant in the earth organism you inhabit. You will need to integrate your higher consciousness and perception into the physical vehicle and the physical world. Smoky quartz has come to aid you in entering into communion with the earth and reopening yourself to the gifts and lessons of the earth plane. Accept the gift of knowledge that the physical experience is offering you. Birth your purpose into the earth plane, expressing your higher light through the physical realm. It is through this expression of light in the physical world that you will fulfill your service and create joy on earth. That's beautiful. And so finally, we'll get a message from Blue Lace Agate. Cool. And sorry, so the chakras that Smoky Quartz works with is the Earth Heart, which is below the root. It's about 1 meter or 2, I believe, below the root. And it is this olive green. And the affirmation is, I ground my light into the earth organism. So you can say that to yourself as you stand on the ground and just remember that message, that you are open to the earthly gifts and that you're wanting to anchor in all these wonderful things and your higher consciousness here. And so finally we have Blue Lace Agate. So Blue Lace Agate is encouraging you to let go of preconceived ideas, beliefs, or judgments and experience what actually is. Simply be present with the current situation with an attitude of curiosity and openness and see what new perspectives are revealed. When you project your beliefs, interpretations, suppositions, and opinions onto someone or something else, it prevents you from seeing its reality clearly. Put aside all of your preconceived ideas regarding the current situation and allow yourself to see what is actually there. Become curious about what you may not have previously known or understood and allow yourself to explore. You may also need to let go of some of the beliefs you hold about yourself to move to a new level of growth and awareness. Whoever you believe yourself to be, you can only be aware of a tiny fraction of your true soul nature. Free yourself from your limiting definitions of self and allow yourself to explore those parts of you that you may not have known existed. So yeah, I think definitely with Moonstone as well, like trying to soften and come into a bit more of a caring state about people and about yourself. But as it said, like needing to do that through the reconstruction of your beliefs and ideas. Like when you notice that you're making an assumption about someone, try and check yourself as much as you can and be like, okay, I just assumed like 5 things there. How can I now, as a challenge to myself, be curious about that thing? Like, for example, I might hear, you know, my mum making some noise in another room when I'm trying to do something different. And my assumption might be like, oh, she's making so much noise, yada, yada, yada. And then I would say, like, no, like, she's not doing that. Like, challenge it. She may not be aware of me. She may be doing something else. Now I'm going to go force myself to be curious and open and go find out a bit more about what's happening. Like, you can still have boundaries with people, and you don't need to put yourself around in situations you don't want to be in. But I think the encouragement here is to really look at your beliefs at this time, because if you're consciously leveling up, all your beliefs and everything will level up with you. They'll evolve. And so reinvestigation and curiosity is needed at this time. So Aquarius, that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please do consider tipping or donating. And if you liked it, please share it with the loved one. I love you guys so much. Happy birthday. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising for whatever other signs that you'd like to. And until I see you next time, have a great week. Bye, guys.